This is the story of an ultimate Iron Man, bound to the Fremennik province. Without ever leaving this land, he must gather the best armor, weapons, and supplies possible, so that one day he may conquer the God Wars dungeon.
Fishing level?
69.
Nice.
Have you guys heard the news?
News?
The fremennik only UIM is back.
Verf's back? Oh my god, I
making
love
another
Real Cal
movie?
Saga.
What? No, the other fremennik only UIM.
Settled?
No,
Extra keen.
it's good grief. Fremzoned is back.
Who?
In the very first episode of Fremzoned, I outlined my first goal as being to unlock the entire region by completing every fremennik quest. And over a year later, I will finally realize that goal. The final fremennik quests remaining are Lunar Diplomacy and Dream Mentor. In the future, I may consider completing Exiles if there's a feasible method of fulfilling the skill requirements, but for now, these are the last quests I have, so let's get started. Unfortunately, one of the items I'll need, not only for this quest, but anytime I visit Lunar Island, is a Seal of Passage. I can destroy every other quest item after the quest, but if I ever want to go back to Lunar Island, I will need a Seal of Passage. So the Pirate's Cove is unlocked. I don't think there's anything really worthwhile here, but it is a part of my region that I can now access, so yay. We've got ourselves an unfinished bullseye lantern and emerald lens, so I will have to go to Remington to finish it and carry on with the quest. That took way too long, but there's the lantern all finished up. Now let's get out of here. And here we are. It's so beautiful, man. Without question, the best part about this island is this rune shop. Look at all these runes I can buy. Previously, my only viable method of getting runes was killing skeleton fremenniks, and with magic being an integral part of this account's future, both at Dagannoth Kings and God Wars, this magic shop makes everything possible. We are now at the part of the quest where I need to enter each elemental altar. So there are two ways I can do this. The first is by using the Abyss, but there is a slight chance I could be PK'd and I don't want to wipe on this account. So my plan is to kill the elemental wizards outside of Valador for talismans and manually enter each altar. Yes, there it is, the last talisman I need. It was getting really close with my hit points. So what I've got to do now is visit each altar and I guess just bash the staff on them. This will be the last one, and there is the lunar staff. It feels good to be home. After making the lunar staff, I had to make or find the remaining pieces of lunar armor, but when I finally did, I started on a training method that would only be available to me at this very point in time. One of the requirements for Dream Mentor is Edgar's Ruse, and one of the requirements for Edgar's Ruse is 31 Herblore. There is an Herblore training method that I'm going to try out that you can only do during Lunar Diplomacy. So here we go, let's give this a try. Ooh, 84 XP per herb. This is gonna be good. A fairly common Herblore training method for UIMs is to mix Guams and Marintils, with the waking sleep potions you can get from the One-Eye Romancer. Doing this nets you 84 XP per herb, and for me to get 31 Herblore for Edgar's Ruse, I will need 147 herbs. As for how I'm going to get the herbs, there is a caged Suka in the ship that brought us to Lunar Island, and it drops both of the herbs that we need at a fairly good rate. The only catch is that we'll need a ton of runes. There we go, 5,000 chaos runes. It would have taken me so long to get these at Skeleton Fremennik, so it feels good. Real quick before I start killing the Suka, I want to clean up my inventory. There's just too much stuff in it, and I'd like to clear up as much space for herbs as possible. This is actually pretty sad. There goes the Fremennik cloak. One of the items in my inventory I need to get rid of is the amulet mold. I've been holding on to it for so long to make a strength amulet, so might as well do that now. There we go, amulet of strength, best in slot until I get a glory. So now that we've got the inventory cleaned up, let's go herb hunting. So this will be my next home for the next while. 147 herbs. It can be any combination of guams and marantils. Doesn't matter how many of each, just as long as it comes out to 147. As you can see, I have an almost full inventory, and I want to show you how I plan on noting these herbs. I showed this in one of the earlier episodes, but there is a tool leprechaun here on Miscellanea, and if you use your herbs on them, they will be noted. Honestly, this is such a small feature of this region, but it makes such a huge difference. Over 15,000 air runes. It might seem like overkill, but I really run through these things a lot. 70 magic on the Fremennik only UIM. Nothing significant about that level, it's just nice to have, I guess. I went ahead and bought 1,500 chaos runes. I definitely think this will be enough to get the rest of the herbs. Please don't judge me. I had to buy even more runes. But only 6 herbs left, and then we can finally start Herblore training. And with 1 guam, we are now done. So all of these herbs will take me to 31 Herblore, which is the requirement for Edgar's Ruse. This training method was actually quite simple compared to some of the other ones I've had to do for this account. I'd just gather a full inventory of waking sleep potions from the One-Eye Romancer, fill them up with water, and add the herbs. It was a little tedious at first, unnoting the herbs one by one before mixing them with the vial, but eventually I got it down to a science. Oh, I am so excited for this. 31 Herblore. That is an amazing training method, and you can only do it during this quest, so I am very happy that I took advantage of it. The Lunar Diplomacy boss is extremely easy, but I will need a huge DPS boost for the Dream Mentor boss fight, so I am going to make the most of my magic level and buy some blood runes. Shout out to this guy for donating some bonds, and shout out to you for pressing the like button and subscribing. It's been such a long time coming. Here we go. To be honest, all of the dream challenges were very easy, especially using the Quest Helper plugin. I mean, yeah, the tile jumping challenge was miserable, but besides that, this entire dream sequence took less than 15 minutes. But the one challenge I was a little nervous for was fighting myself. What? I'm not trying to take my clothes off. And even if I was, so what? It's nothing I haven't seen before. Yeah, I safe spotted myself, but it's only because I'm way too strong to take head on. Yeah, that's it. Lunar Diplomacy is complete. I now have access to the Lunar Spellbook. Feels good, man. I only have one more Fremennik quest to complete. Having unlocked Lunar Island, I've accomplished my first goal of the series. to unlock every settlement in my region. But the completion of Lunar Diplomacy unlocked an entirely new spellbook, and there are some spells in there that will change the course of this account forever. But some of them require one more quest to be completed, and that quest is Dream Mentor. This quest is significantly harder than Lunar Diplomacy, but if I complete it, I will have full reign over the Lunar spellbook, and it will subsequently unlock several skills and training methods that I didn't have access to before. The first pre-quest requirement for Dream Mentor is Troll Stronghold. I don't consider Troll Stronghold an exception because Troll Country is technically part of the Fremennik province. So before I can progress into Trollheim, I have to fight a giant troll named Dad. Except I don't really have to fight him because if I stand on the same tile that he challenged me to a fight on, he can't reach me. Admittedly, I'm very curious to know what happens if I keep fighting him, but for the sake of progression, I'm going to move on. And for the first time, we are in Trollheim. This area will actually be very important in Season 3 when we make it to God Wars. Oh Jesus, I have to kill another troll. And I can't safe spot this one. Just kidding, I have Protect from melee. You know, I actually think this guy's accuracy is really bad, so I'm not going to waste my prayer. Holy sh... Troll Stronghold is complete. We are now ready for Edgar's Ruse. Now that I have access to a rune shop, I guess I no longer need the lyre. It is a one-click teleport, so who knows, maybe one day I'll get it back, but I'm just so tired of having to charge it. One of the required items for Edgar's Ruse is a Lunar weed, and in the Fremennik province there are very few ways to get one, but the fastest way would likely be from cave crawlers. At the start of the series, I spent every XP random on Slayer for level 10, so I could unlock cave crawlers, and finally, 1 year later, it is going to pay off.
Hop please. I've been here an hour.
Since cave crawlers can poison you, I'm trying to keep my distance, but I did make an anti-poison just in case. There it is. We got it. Now that we've got all the required items, let's start Edgar's Ruse. Part of this quest takes place in Ardoin, so obviously I have to leave my region to complete it. But assuming I don't complete Fremennik Exiles, this would be the last time I ever have to leave my area restriction. Bro.
We've received reports of an area locked. I am leaving his area. Sir, please pull over.
What the fuck? It is time for the absolute worst part of the quest. I'll need 2 of these gout weeds, 1 for this quest and 1 for Dream Mentor. There's only one way to do this. Full send. Oh my god! Yes! Alright, well, I took a lot more damage than I thought I would. So we're gonna go get some food and come back. We are back. Fingers crossed we get lucky. Oh no. Yes! Edgar's Ruse is complete. 11k Herblore XP and the Trollheim teleport, which will be very useful for God Wars. And that took me up to 36 Herblore. I will need 48 in the future for super antis, but that is another problem for another time. Dream Mentor is the first and only master quest that I will ever complete on this account. Fremennik Exiles is also a master quest, but the skill requirements for it might make it impossible to complete. I may pull some things for that in Season 2, but we'll see. Despite being in the same quest series, Dream Mentor has virtually nothing to do with lunar diplomacy. Rather than bringing peace to the Fremennik and Moon Clan, we are helping some wounded guy face his fears, I guess. Damn, this guy is loaded. I'm shocked they let a UIM get into this guy's bank. My man's looking like a Chad now. You know, in 2007, this gear actually was pretty OP. It's almost boss fight time, and we've got a full inventory of swordfish. Let's do this. You know what? I want to put away my money and get another inventory space. This is actually such a life hack. Anytime I need another inventory space, I can just store my money here. Since we'll be fighting with magic, I think it would be better to fight in lunar armor. The magic bonuses for this are way better than penance, and I'll probably need high DPS for this. The Dream Mentor boss fight consists of 4 separate fights, with the first one being significantly harder than the rest. It's said that if you make it through the first fight, even if you use most of your food, you'll probably finish the rest of the fights without a problem. Here we go. Alright, I'm definitely not going to win this. Okay, well, back to the drawing board. There are several mistakes that I made with that first fight. First, while my armor does provide decent magic bonuses, it offers no protection at all from melee or ranged attacks. And since the inadequacy has such a low defense to magic, I would land hits on it no matter what gear I was wearing. So I need to switch back to full penance armor. Second, inadequacy's range attacks hit much harder than its melee attacks, so standing directly next to it ensures I'm taking the least amount of damage possible. Alright, round 2. We did it. Okay, I just need to save spot the next phase on this lectern. The untouchable. Well, it touched me. Why? Really, no one could have predicted that I would have gotten boxed in like that, but I do feel a lot more confident in this third try. I know the strategy. I know to avoid getting boxed in on that third fight. Let's do this. Oh no. Okay. There we go. Let's get out of here. Now he shouldn't be able to attack me here, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Are you serious? How'd this happen again? Can I kill it like this? Oh my god, yes. We did it. Oh, I am so happy that's over. And there is Dream Mentor complete. The entire Lunar spellbook is unlocked. Real quick, before the end of the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being patient with me. I've been away for 7 months and I was going through some stuff, but I did miss you all and I'm really happy to be back. The production for Season 2 will start as soon as this video goes up, so if you don't mind spoilers, you can follow me on Twitch to watch the progress live. And lastly, I just want to remind everyone that you have a place in this world, you have an inherent right to be alive, and you are valued. If you're feeling alone during the holidays, please reach out to me or anyone else that you might feel comfortable with. But with all that said, take care of yourselves. Peace.